Today's announcement by the central government for partial lifting of the lockdown is a good balance to keep all of us safe, at the same time to start some economic activity, especially in areas outside of municipal limits and where the virus has not spread as much. This will help this country both with reducing the instances of COVID-19 and flattening the curve, and at the same time ensuring that everyone, but more importantly the poor, both in rural and urban India, and small businesses get a chance to restart for millions of people to start earning their rightful living once again in a safe environment.
Namaskar, this is Sunil Lulla of BARC India. We are the organization that measures what people watch on television every day. We are adhering to all the guidelines issued by the Government of India. We continue to be work from home. All our employees are dutifully engaged in providing the data for measurement of what people watch in India every day. We are ensuring all our employees' salaries are paid, all our expenses are paid for, and we work diligently. We practice social distancing whenever we have to go out to buy any food or provisions. It's important that the country continues to observe these guidelines. We know the Prime Minister's message has been diligently and dutifully received across all TV channels by very large audiences. Television viewing at this point of time is obviously gone up because people are at home. They are turning to TV because it's a more credible source of both information and entertainment. It's very simple. All we have to do is to keep safe distances with each other and respect the wishes of this government. Namaskar.
Start by complimenting the government on a fantastic job done so far. The effort they've put in containing the spread of coronavirus is extremely commendable. The guidelines issued today by MHA are doing a fine job of balancing between life and livelihood. I think the guidelines are very valid and very useful because they clearly lay out what sectors can open, what can't. Given the need of the hour is that the economy also has to revive. So they walked a very fine line between ensuring, especially the agriculture sector, the migrant labor are impacted the least, and luxury items like cinemas, malls can wait a little longer. With that, I'd like to again compliment the government, and we are extremely supportive of all that they've done so far for ensuring all our health and safety. Thank you.
Consequent to the Prime Minister's message on extending the lockdown and a new set of guidelines being announced today by the Ministry of Home Affairs, I would like to say this is a welcome step in balancing lives and livelihoods. This has also been a demand from the players in the economy, including industry. So many of the Confederation of Indian Industries recommendations have been included in gradually starting off economic activity in the country while maintaining full safety and all precautions to ensure that this adds to the economic activity without adding to the disease burden of the COVID-19 pandemic. This is a welcome step. Of course, the details and the finer details will only be understood once we start to implement these, and we would like to stay in touch with the government on an ongoing basis to continue to do mid-course correction wherever it's required. Thank you to the industry, thank you to the government, thank you to the administration, and thank you to the frontline workers who are helping us battle this absolutely unforeseeable situation of the pandemic. Also a big thank you to many who we don't see in hospitals but are helping us run our daily lives, selling vegetables, delivering parcels, delivering food, etc.
I'm happy to see the announcement by the Ministry of Home Affairs and the notification which has come out. India is a large and complex country. There are large and complex supply chains. It's important to get the safer parts of the economy going once again. I'm glad that this notification gives us some clarity on what could happen after the 20th of April without compromising on the safety of our countrymen. I think whatever economic activity we can get started will be really helpful. It's important now that this policy is deployed consistently across the different parts of the country, different states, and more importantly, different districts. It's important that the flow of goods continues. I think the government has taken a number of steps to ease the flow of goods. It's also important to the extent possible to improve the flow of people. That may take a bit more time because of the fact that we are still battling with the pandemic in different parts of the country. And it is also important to improve the flow of money. Liquidity is a key issue for the industry. So from the banks to the industry, from the large companies to the big companies, from the government to industry, so on and so forth. I'm confident that the government is addressing these issues and the notifications that have been coming out over the last few days, particularly the one which has come out today, is giving us hope that we will have economic activity started again without compromising on the health and security and safety of all our citizens. Thank you.
We welcome the detailed guidelines issued by the Ministry of Home Affairs on beginning some of the construction and infrastructure sites wherever feasible. That is indeed most welcome. My only request is that local administration is going to be very important for issuing the necessary passes for the managers, for the workmen, for the movement of essential material like steel, cement, and for issuing the guidelines in terms of how on a construction site we should be able to maintain social distancing to the satisfaction of all. So the moot point is we require tremendous facilitation by local administration to get these construction sites and infrastructure sites up and running again. Thank you.